welcome to Keystone Copycats with Chris and Zach. I, of course, am your host, Zach, and he, of course, your other host.
Crisscross autumn sauce.
Oh, okay.
Autumn is the beginning of the year for apples, and applesauce is a popular fruit of autumn.
I think that autumn is the end of the year for apples.
No, that's a common misconception.
But it's the beginning of the year
Most
for apple
apples
treats.
know when they're born, and that's why they have the seeds within them that are poisonous.
Look,
for all betrayers of the true pie community. Yeah, how you doing today?
I support apple abortion, and so I think that the apple is not an apple until it's been picked.
And I believe in the sauce. I believe in saucing babies.
Yeah.
Into a fine paste. For other babies, actually. Wow, that's weird how that came around.
To feed.
To
feed the babies.
I wasn't going to say it like that.
You were.
I wasn't going to gorge on
I'm
their
looking
own
at the
flesh.
teleprompter. That was your line.
This is a weird start to this episode. We must be out of season.
What?
Here, I'm going to do this. The mic is slightly, so I can't look. So I'm going to do one of these. Now, you guys can't see me, but I promise it's not a mask. It's a mic.
He said you guys because there's me and somebody else here.
Well, that's, that's affirmative.
Here's the thing. We're trying to play it all coy, like they don't know, like we didn't mention on the last episode.
Like the fish of this, well, not the sea. The fish of the water.
Of the pond. Pond fish.
Wait, hey, hang on. Before we introduce them, if koi always just been in the pond, how do they migrate?
I don't know.
Oh.
I'm not a fishman. I'm not a...
Well, I think we're at a standstill.
I'm not a fish professor.
We can't access the Google because we got this person on our screen, so we're inept.
Yeah. I mean...
Just now, though.
That's not why we're inept. We just always were. That's the point.
Why don't you be a gentleman?
I won't.
Be a G fella and announce our buddy.
Well, we did mention last week that we've got a guest this week.
I already did this part.
And that guest is the apple of our podcast.
Apple of our eyes.
Yeah,
and
that's
mouths.
right. That's what we call her. It's good old Sarah Davis. Hey there, buddy. How you doing?
Oh, hi. Hello. Good.
How you doing?
I just looked up about koi fish because I'm a weirdo, and they live in fresh bodies of water around the Black and the Caspian Sea.
Oh,
interesting.
Now, were you able to get good internet connection in that capped canoe you're talking from? You sound like you're coming from a cylinder, like a submarine.
It's my living room, so yeah.
That's
great
what I said.
and
That's what I said.
dining room, technically, maybe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is everything going good? You recently got married. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And then,
Newlywed.
And then you immediately moved because your house was falling down around you.
No, I still live in that house.
What?
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
Do some research.
You told me you had to move.
We were told we had to, and then we did not. So I don't know. I'm gonna let it ride.
Is it like a squat type situation now, or?
No, it's not a squat situation. It's a really big house, and we can inhabit like just portions of it, which sounds really weird, but we're looking to buy, so it's like we're just kind of chilling here with a low rent situation until
living
then.
in the corners until you can have like a center of the floor type home.
Is that a
on
thing
the
people
edges.
say?
No.
No,
it's not a thing.
I just pictured all of our stuff like near the corners of the wall for like structural integrity, just adding it just in case.
Yeah, you got to GoFundMe that just you can only take old bookcases to brace the walls. You look very knowledgeable, though.
Yeah, we got some bookcases. We got some,
Oh wow, look at those.
That's just a window. Don't lie to me.
Windows.
There's
a wall.
I call it a sun case. That's what I call the window.
For all the listeners that can't see, she's just showing us sunlight. As if we were vampires who got too deep in her life.
Yeah.
Sorry about it. They're living real close to the edge. Listen to us look at the light right now.
Hey, that's what our listeners do.
Look,
they're close to the edge.
We treat our listeners right, and we talk about light. That's what we do here.
Yeah, we show them the way.
And the light.
Okay.
As a Christian podcast.
Oh,
we are.
I've been doing it wrong.
That's why this week we're talking about the Christian film Caravan of Courage.
Man, did you guys watch it?
No.
That's fucking super. Like they got
No.
It looks like a hornet's nest on a horse. I don't know how else to explain it. If a hornets could harness furs, like trade furs, and then build on top of a pony, man, that's a good movie.
So it's about
courage.
hornet trappers.
There's friendship. That is adventure. There's magic. It's got it all. It's like every way that Star Wars failed. They picked up. The Ewok Adventure is definitely a double thumbs up. 98% on Rotten Tomatoes, as far as I can predict. And I don't know, all good things, you know. What do we watch? We watched Up in the Air.
No, we didn't watch
starring George Clooney and Glenn Close.
No, is Glenn Close in that movie? I haven't seen it in so long.
Mary Martin.
Mary Martin.
Yep.
Mary Martin.
This is Peter Pan.
Anna Kendrick, I think, is in that. And
Anna Kendrick is in that. Yeah. Vera Farmiga.
That's it.
Someone else.
She's in Mallrats.
I already said it.
Is she in Mallrats?
Yes, she is.
Oh.
No, it's the other girl. Let me look it up. Continue.
Yeah, one of us has access to the internet, and the other one has access to a good guy. I'll let you guess who it is. But no, we did not watch Up in the Air. We watched Don't Look Up.
That's what we watched.
With
the film
Leonardo
from 2021.
DiCaprio and Glenn Close and Mary Poppins.
It's not Glenn Close.
What did I say? Peter Pan.
it's
Jennifer
Kate
Lawrence.
Blanchett, Jennifer Lawrence,
Meryl Streep.
Tyler Perry, Jonah Hill.
Oh my God! Off
Mark
the rip.
Rylance.
While she's doing that, can I just say that I fucking love Tyler Perry? Like,
Dude,
I
he's
really
good.
got distracted by all the terrible movies he made early on. But he's a great actor and he's very charismatic. I loved every moment he was on screen.
I think he's probably been in enough of those interviews that he knows how irritating they can really be, and it really came out.
Wait, you were irritated by those scenes? You were filled with rage and not just delight?
Oh yeah.
I'm going to start it off. This movie was difficult.
Oh, really?
I had a hard time watching this movie. It was making me stressed out, as in I just thought, this is real. Like, this is 100% what would happen if a fucking meteor was going to hit the Earth, and this is how the world would act.
That's right.
I blame the Zuck.
I think that it's the most realistic out of the three.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
And it's so weird that this is just the same movie with the addition of social media and like paparazzi and everything like that.
And like a lady Trump president.
It's so
oh my gosh.
It's so interesting how last time Sarah was on, we did obviously Deep Impact and Armageddon, and this is why we're taking on another apocalyptic asteroid movie, and it's so weird in the span of let's just call it 20 years, how different the world would view a fucking global catastrophe, where now it's just dark satire because we really would not be able to come together. Like, in both movies, Deep Impact and Armageddon, they're like, there's a plan and we take it seriously, and we're all, all the nations unite to attack this common enemy. And this one, we're just segregated again.
Yeah, Don't Look Up.
No, don't. Oh yeah, and that's the movie.
Just don't.
Don't tell me what to do.
I think that Deep Impact is the West Wing version of the asteroid hitting. Armageddon is the WWE version of the asteroid hitting, and this is the real version of the asteroid hitting.
Are you doing flare?
Yeah.
Are you doing flare? You can do it. Here, hang on. Zach, there we go. Thank you. Yesterday at my son's indoor soccer game, because we're wrestling fans and we fight each other a lot, I literally slapped my chest and said, "Come on, Ric Flair, get him." And everyone lost their shit. And I'm like, no, he will. He'll smack his chest and go, woo!
Amazing. That is raising him right.
That's how I parent.
Yeah.
Yeah, we watched the Royal Rumble here last night. That was fun.
Ooh.
Was there any surprise entrance? I didn't watch it.
There were a lot of them. No spoiler. This will come out later. But
don't say there was 30 because we didn't know the lineup. Don't say there was 30 surprise entrance.
There were 30 people in the Royal Rumble, and probably about 10 to 12 of them were surprises. And Ronda Rousey won.
Wow.
her.
She came out.
She's a piece of shit. She broke kayfabe in a bad way. Fuck her.
I don't know what
Totally
that means.
did.
In the
She totally did. And
the bum.
it's weird that she can just come back at any point. Like, I get it with certain people, but maybe that's when I wasn't so into wrestling when she was doing it.
I think it's
I don't
because
know.
Nia Jax was released, so now she's not afraid to come back because Nia Jax was going to like threaten on social media to beat the shit out of her. So
Well, Nia
just a
Jax
little-
probably would have done it on accident anyway because she
little
hurts
smart
everyone.
fan action here.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, this has been
Sidetrack.
Wrestling Corner.
Listen, just because one of us is lame of the three of us,
It's me. I'm the lame one.
you're the duck.
I don't
You're
watch.
the lame duck.
I don't watch the boys fighting each other.
She's
in-
talking
in
about the
square.
female one, right?
Or
Yeah.
the girls, the boys or the girls. I don't watch.
The ladies was better. I
You don't
would
watch
say.
girls or boys? What do you crank off to?
Cardboard.
Oh, just like cutouts or just the cardboard? Just the production
I
of it.
like cardboard. Corrugated. Don't get me started.
Oh. Jesus. You guys,
Ribbed.
y'all want me to do a synopsis?
Yeah, give me a synopsis of this film.
This is a real one. It's a real one this time. I said astronauts. Two astronomers go on a media tour to warn mankind of a planet-killing comet hurtling towards Earth.
I thought, I thought
That's it. It's the whole movie.
I thought the opening of this was a lot like Deep Impact. It reminded me of Deep Impact
Why?
because it didn't
Yeah.
have a voiceover about how the dinosaurs were murdered and
Yeah, it was
we'll also be
fucking
murdered.
weak. Yeah, take a note from Waterworld, will you?
Ooh,
Build anticipation.
we should watch Waterworld.
The future.
Ugh.
So the episode, last week's episode hasn't come out yet, but we did decide that we're just gonna watch. It was Face Off, but we did decide that we're just gonna watch Swordfish as like to decide if it's a sequel to Face Off.
Wait. Hang on. I
Yes.
love when you mentioned Swordfish. That was great. And Face Off, too.
Yes.
But why are you talking about that right now? We were talking about a movie, sir. And you've distracted. You've
wait.
been belligerent and distracted
Wait.
the audience. Don't try to push our shit for next week.
I'm just
We'll push that shit later.
I'm just saying like that we're wrapping up the episode.
I'm rapping and I'm
Our
rapping and I'm
13-minute
rapping and I'm
episode.
We're wrapping it up. We are allowed to get excited.
But no, I do
you.
want to stay on the opening because I'm blanking on the similarities between Deep Impact.
Oh,
Like,
it's just,
it
it's
was
the
monotone?
scientist. Monotone? No,
Yeah, just
neither
boring.
of them are monotone or boring.
This is boring
Uh,
intro.
No, it's the scientists like observing in the
That's what I said.
the
boring.
lab. You didn't think it
There's
was
no Mountain Dew though.
No, I just can't.
Third
I can't really remember it.
so the difference between the opening of this and Deep Impact is that this one had no loud chewing noises in my ears like Deep Impact had while he was eating like the grossest
Oh, that
pizza.
sloppiest pizza ever. That false
Yeah.
pizza.
False pizza.
It was not real. It was very. That was created in a lab by a scientist.
All right, we're gonna put a shirt out that says "Death to False Pizza" with that guy on it.
I'm gonna jump to something that bothered me early on. I didn't have a lot of notes for the beginning. That's why I'm blanking on it.
Yeah.
Cargo planes. Do they really not have seats? Like they don't have one fucking seat. Like they
Yeah.
don't like why do they fly them in a cargo plane? Do you think that was just the first plane they could take off, so they took that one, or was that a punishment, like early to come, like not planning, kind of joke? I don't think cargo planes don't have a bench.
It did have a bench.
No, it was a tube.
Along the
I looked
side.
at it. It was a big long tube.
So
Yeah.
it was a tube. Okay. Well, I think that
Two
later,
tubes,
I
one
think-
on each side.
I think that later when we kind of get the vibe of the president, we see like I think that was intentional. Like that's the plane they send to pick people up because it's this big badass plane, and they're like, yeah, this is how we do it. I think that's just their like attitude and how they do things.
But it's pretty telling because it's on the inside, it's absolutely empty.
Yeah.
And it seems like that's speaking, like you're saying, about the administration.
Mind
Dr. Shell.
blown.
Wow.
What? I'm backing it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
How does one get on the Planetary Defense Coordination?
I think that is a real thing.
No, they said it was a real thing, but like, how do you like what's your credentials for getting on that shit?
I don't know.
Because here's the thing: at the end, it's always we shoot down comets, right? We shoot down asteroids. So, like, do you have to have a firearm background? Like, you have to own a couple of guns?
I don't think so.
You think that's all it is?
No.
Because we saw at the end, Ron, what's his face, just shooting an AK. Ron Weasley was shooting an AK.
Perlman.
Yeah. Like, I like to think he was part of it.
What did you think when he was in that spaceship and he was like talking to people and he said, I want to give a shout out to all you hardworking white people out there.
Oh no, right there you're like, oh, this is good. This is good in a bad way. Like I'm really glad they let him talk because they had to because early on with the kids you're like you get a taste of how awful he was, but then when he's in the capsule and you're like, oh yeah, they're blasting him into the fucking comet to die. Like thank God we can hate him properly.
Yep.
But I did like that he was like, how come you Indians and you Indians haven't ever got together? Like, what the fuck?
Solidarity.
God.
That'd be pretty
I
good.
think that's the they were trying to show us is like, this is the person who they picked to be the hero. And they're like diving to hit the mute button, or they should be, for everybody.
And that's the whole problem when they're just like, this can be remote, and they're like, no, we need a hero. I'm holding the bridge of my nose, like, they would, they would, like it's fucking annoying. I hated everything about this movie.
Okay, so who's the real life version of that? Who's the guy we would send up?
Ron Perlman. I don't know. I want to say like the cameo, or no, it wasn't really a cameo, but the character later. I think you do Kid Rock. I think you just shoot Kid Rock into space.
I think it would be Clint Eastwood.
Bounty Hunter?
I think it would be 90-year-old Clint Eastwood.
No, he'd be on a panel somewhere, but he wouldn't make the sacrifice. You wouldn't want to sacrifice him.
True.
We need someone worse to sacrifice to.
Oh, he's terrible.
Well, I mean, I know, worse.
I think he liked Tiger King or something like that.
Oh, that's
Somebody
it.
like
She nailed
that.
it. She nailed it. You send Tiger King up into space.
So it's like
people could rally behind that.
Instead of like
but
instead
he's
of
still in his prison clothes.
I was gonna say,
he's still in jail in the spaceship.
Instead of living out his jail sentence, he gets sent into space.
I like that.
They're weird. That's kind of what happened in Armageddon.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's
they
true.
them out, so.
Huh. But Armageddon's fun and not like, oh, this is a scary look at how like our world would actually do this terrible thing and then we would all die.
Well, let's just attack it. This is about global warming, correct?
Yeah,
Didn't
of course.
You tell me that?
Yeah. Right.
I've definitely seen some stuff of people talking about how it also is about like people who are like anti-vax.
I think it's a summary of just us as the United States.
Yeah, the state of the society that we live in.
About how social media really dictates everything we do and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
I'm just going to skip over it because I really don't want to be that person that just does the comparisons, but I guess we have to get it out the way for anyone who doesn't know. If you haven't watched this movie, that's what this is a parody of life itself.
Ugh.
I mean, it is, right?
Yeah.
So, that being said, we can still have fun with this.
Yeah, what did you think about Jonah Hill?
That's my next note is, oh my God, Jonah Hill. Because you're like, he would. The fucking president's son is, I don't even know what his title was. I don't think
he was the chief of staff.
Oh, what was it?
Yes.
And he said this, he kept saying things like, this is super class. Obviously, this is super classified. like super classified.
Yeah.
And the FBI put the bag over her head, even though they didn't need to.
Oh, and then the time that they were like leaving for that meeting and she wasn't invited, and he's like, hey, do you want to come? And she's like, yes, and he slams the door.
Yeah.
He's such a dick.
I don't know. I enjoyed the quirky moments that didn't make any sense. Like the general who charged him for the food that like he should, like just little things like that just makes you go, no, I buy it. Like I believe it. Like he made $28, but like fuck it.
Yeah. At first, I thought that he like knew when I was watching it. I thought that he knew that the world was going to end, and he was just like didn't care. It was like a little extra cash, and then I'm going on a flight to wherever with my family until this. You know what I mean? That's what I thought. And then it just kept going and going, and I literally cackled when they were sitting on the rooftop, and she was like, maybe it's a power trip. And I'm like, she is still thinking about it. Like,
No, because it would, because it's just such surreal exploitation when you're like, no one will ever believe you about any of this. There's no recourse or there's no rebuttal you're going to have because it doesn't matter. Just such a big, it's the whole don't look up movement when you're like, it's so obvious and yet they're still getting away with it because they just have this audience.
Yeah. Yep. It's already been said on a large audience, so it must be true.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it reminds me of the Sting thing he said.
Oh, God.
He said that Sting farted in his face and he didn't like say anything, but he was still charming. Like after.
And it worked. He pulled it off.
His reputation pulled him through there. Probably like he probably smells really good too or something. So it maybe evened out the stank. I don't know.
I feel like Sting might be one of those guys that just like smells funky all the time and it doesn't matter. I don't know. Okay. He plays a lute.
I feel like I think he smells like a perfume that doesn't exist. Like he has that smell, but then you ask him when he wears it, he goes, I don't. And you're like, no, like get your friends, like, smell him. Seriously, he smells like perfume. And they're like, yeah, he does. And he's like, no, and he's telling the truth.
Yeah. It's a healthy musk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Musk,
unlike Elon,
that dick rocket, like 100%, that was a joke on Musk, right?
Yeah.
It looked exactly like his rocket.
What'd you think about Mark Rylance's teeth?
Which one was that?
He was the rich, the tech guy.
Yeah, it looked like one of those snapper slippers that pageant girls wear. Like it was just like, and they stick it on. I don't know.
I thought it looked like Halloween wax teeth. It was terrible.
Yeah.
So square and white.
But that's ears.
Yeah.
I know the very, very end, like midway through the credits, is what everyone wanted to see was like just that over the top, like these people were doomed to die, like the people are getting the punishment they deserve.
Yeah.
I kind of wish they didn't add that. I loved the ending when they were around the table and they slow-mo.
Oh, that was really nice, yeah.
I thought that was actually a perfect ending for this movie because I didn't know what was going to happen. I'm like, oh, I hope they don't save it the last second to show that the quacks actually were right. Like I hope the world actually does end. And when they did it around the dinner table and it was all hope-filled, as far as they rekindled their friendship and they showed appreciation, I really liked that ending.
Yeah.
And I don't think it needed the joke.
There is another joke in a post-credit scene.
Oh, is there?
That is Jonah Hill climbing out of the rubble as the last man on Earth. And he gets his phone out and starts recording a selfie video. And he goes, hey, what up? It's me. We out here. I'm the last man on Earth. And then he says, don't forget to like and subscribe. He's the last man on Earth. And then he's going, Mom. It's pretty good.
He doesn't know any other way, Zach. He really doesn't.
No, that's it. That's it. I think that scene alone is like, that's the whole movie. That's the entire movie. This guy that's so stupid and so like blinded by the way that like he is in society that like even in like the rubble where he believes that he is the last human being alive, he's still doing that. Yeah.
I was going to agree with Chris though that I really, really like the ending and how they like put all the main characters there.
Yeah.
In the end, it was like super comforting. It was like it was a nice end to Leo's character
arc
as well, like full circle kind of deal, and he realized that that's where he needs to be. It was really nice, and like it didn't need the joke, like you were saying, because they did it so well. It was like a nice warm feeling that you could still enjoy that and laugh at the other things that were going on because all the people you were rooting for were in the same room and none of them ever had to live without each other.
Yeah.
Like ever, it was pretty great.
Yeah. And I do think you're right that the joke softens like the ending a little bit. But that like, I do like that it was like set up earlier where Mark Rylance tells her like how she's going to die. And she's like, well, what's that? And he's like, I don't know. And then gets eaten by the thing. And he's like, I believe. Yeah.
It was a Bronto Rock.
Yeah. I was like, oh, all right.
That was pretty great. You knew it was coming back, like as soon as they were going to another world.
Yeah.
So, can I just go into the defense
yes.
of the villains in this and say that I don't think that we should know as the public. Like, I don't think that's a good idea to tell the United States that there's a Armageddon type situation. I think we would 100% act crazy and riot. And I don't think we could handle the information, so I don't agree with the scientists that we should be told. Because when they were saying, like, you know how many end of days meetings we have, I'm like, that's a good point, though. Like, I don't think we're ready as a society.
Well, I feel like that was what I was expecting when they were going to say we're not going to tell people, but you could tell that it was like, it wasn't because of that. It was for selfish reasons. It had nothing to do with the end time.
I'm not saying they shouldn't, like, shoot the asteroid apart. Like, that's I'm agreeing with that. I just don't think we should know that they're doing that project. Just fucking handle it.
I think the way that like Deep Impact handles it is kind of the right way, where it's like Leone finds out about it, she uncovers this thing, goes to the president, meets him in that hotel kitchen or whatever, and like
I love the way that she does it in a very unlikable, bland way where you really don't think her character is even alive. Like, I love that about it.
Well, no, but the whole thing of like Morgan Freeman saying like, we knew this was going to get out. People are going to be able to see this. So like getting ahead of it and handling it in like the correct way. But like the more, I don't know. After seeing Don't Look Up, it really is, like I said earlier, it's the West Wing version, which, like, the West Wing is, like, the liberal fantasy of this, like, idealist president, and, like, that's exactly what Deep Impact is, where it's like, oh, we want it to be, like, noble and to work out this way and to do it right and all that, like, but it is, you know, idealism. It's not reality, which, unfortunately, Don't Look Up is a lot closer to.
Yeah.
The one thing that I think Armageddon did for the planet is that we know that there's always a plan B. You know, no, whatever. If they want to try the Deep Impact, we're like, that's cool. But you will send Ben Affleck and Bruce Willis up there with the nuke, right? And you'll drill and blow it up for us. Like, that's always, like, that thing is no matter what comes at us, we're always like, don't worry, we already have the plan. The Armageddon plan.
But plan B in Deep Impact was to go in those caves and preserve the human race.
No, but it doesn't feel the same.
Yeah, because
it doesn't feel explosive. like I feel comforted knowing that eventually we'll nuke it to death.
Yeah,
like you're always like, oh,
comforting.
Well, good. You know, and I think that's why we stockpiled when it comes down to it. I think that's the real reason, is for my comfort. And I'm glad we did. I am.
I think at the end of the day, you are
a monster.
Billy Bob Thornton from Armageddon.
I can't walk right?
That's right.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
And I never got to go to outer space
and
yet.
You never will.
Well, when I blow it up. Or when my body dies and I become dust and the dust gets shot into stars.
That's deep, man.
Impact.
Deep Impact, man.
I'm Deep Impact, man. How are you?
You've deep impacted me just
Sarah,
now.
I'm Deep Impact, man. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Good. I was just thinking, like, when I was watching this, I was watching it alone, but I told Brad that I was watching it while he was out. He was like, let me know how it goes. And I didn't really know much about it.
Yeah.
And the first thing I saw was a Jack Handy quote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great way to open.
I was like, I guess this is a comedy? ? Like,
I mean, it is Adam McKay.
Yeah, that's true. It'd be hard not to.
Yeah. This is what his third movie in this kind of same style. It's like The Big Short, then Vice, then this. Like, I don't know, man. I think he's shaping up like a really great political satire and like borderline Oscar movie kind of career right now, which is weird coming from the guy who did what he did. Wedding Crashers, maybe? Was that?
Oh, he did Step Brothers, and he did Other Guys.
Oh, The Other Guys was good. The Other Guys is like a step into
Ron
that
Burgundy.
first part, right?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And then now he's created the Vroom Vroom Army.
It's more close to life, I feel, because there are humorous parts in life.
Yeah.
Just that it doesn't have to be a comedy the whole time.
Yeah, it's like
but
Cohen.
it's
but can I say that I think we've passed the point of comfort with technology? Like, I personally don't... Just wait, Zach. Just wait your turn.
He's afraid of satellites.
I personally don't think... I think we could stop. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. I think we're good. I think we settled
You're
the
like,
fuck down.
yeah.
Like, I think we go back to answer, like, simple questions for us citizens, like how do water towers work? Or,
Like you want to
maybe cell phones just need to make calls again. I don't know. I think the problem is that we're moving too fast for our comfort, and we just, I think the apps are too good. It's like we're living in this
like
space,
mozzarella sticks,
in this
and
future
potato
space
skins
heaven. I mean, that's fine. That was a couple years ago.
You said they're too
We
good.
go back to just cheese. Like, we appreciate cheese, not fucking apps.
like a tray with like
I don't need to know
pepperoni
why
and
my
cheese
plant
and
is dying. I don't
crackers.
need to scan it and be like, what kind of plant is this? I don't care. Let's just eat and enjoy ourselves and not be distracted by, thoughts. I don't need everything answered. I like the wonder of life. I don't know. Maybe I'm alone, but I'm not.
You
Can I
are.
think of that?
I feel like a lot of people feel like it's gone too far, especially when it grows so quickly and there aren't acceptable social standards or morals or even like lawful things that like the law cannot grow with the electronics as quickly as the electronics are growing.
Exactly. We just need to take a step back and, ICP said it best about, magnets. How do they work,
Ticket,
just-
please. Wait, what?
What was that? What are you doing?
Oh,
I don't know him that way. Hey,
the Dark Carnival.
You know what I was I watched this movie.
Great Malenko,
and then,
I believe.
And then a Rob Zombie song came on, and he said the outer space motherfucking boogeyman, and I'm like, I'm gonna say that on the show because that's what this fucking asteroid was, an outer space motherfucking boogeyman.
I think that's Ron Perlman's character.
I could see it.
Wow, yes.
We've hit the nerve.
Yeah. I have not done a single one of my notes. I have not
You gonna
looked
do
at
it?
them.
You gonna get them?
I mean, I don't know that we have to.
Oh, I got a note. Did Jennifer Lawrence keep wearing turtlenecks so her face wouldn't look so long because of those short bangs? Like, was it trying to shorten her face?
It's definitely like a sizing proportion thing. Yeah.
Because
I don't
like
know.
you see the bangs and you're like, oh, okay, that's a choice. And then the turtleneck, you're like, well, that's helping. Like, I don't know. Maybe it was just me again, but probably not.
Do we think this movie is going to be nominated for any Oscars?
No.
Really?
I thought about this. I really hope the song that Ariana Grande sings
Oh
at
my
the end,
God.
like it can be. South Park's been nominated and won.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure they won.
Yeah,
So
I think
it was a hilarious song. It really escalated, and I enjoyed it. So it would be hilarious to see her perform it at the Oscars.
Yeah, that would be.
In all seriousness, I just go back to how disgusted I was where I'm like, no, it's so fucking real. Like, stop, please. I don't like how distracted everyone would be at at how they're playing this off. With her stupid gown in the sky and her stars shooting off of it. Like, they're making money off the fucking apocalypse. I hate it.
Yeah, I like that.
I was gonna say the part that really like made my skin almost crawl was when they were talking about the peer reviews.
Yeah.
And that like they were firing all the scientists and they're like, oh, too close. Like that's actual anxiety that I have in real life. So to hear them just keep saying it nonchalantly, like, oh yeah.
Yeah, who cares? We don't need peer reviews.
Hey, Derv, did you like how she didn't say, and God bless us? She said, may Jesus Christ watch over you. Like the president said that.
Like,
because it's just slightly off where you're like, wait a second. You're like, that's not what they say, right? And you realize it's a little more step towards Christianity. Like, not God bless you, but Jesus Christ bless you. It's a little
and
more
they're
on the
on
nose.
Ship with the fireworks and the flags and like the choir and all that. It's like, really, like we get it. We see it and we get it.
She makes the joke like, let's make it seem urgent, like it's like noteworthy, like all of a sudden just came on, but they have the whole display on the battleship.
Yeah, with the fireworks. I
was just handed this, is what she said, and I was like, okay.
I was on my regular battleship getting ready for my nightly fireworks when I was handed this important information. Now, fortunately, I've got a comet scientist with me.
Yeah.
Yep. And
Well,
people in those positions, they know what they're saying. They know most of the time exactly how to word things so that they do sound normal. But on a second glance or looking back, you're like,
Wait.
and then other times they say things like buck 40 trillion.
Oh God.
That made me so happy. 140 trillion, buck 40 trillion. Like,
40 trillion.
He's so stupid.
I like when they were explaining it to her and she didn't even listen to what they were saying. She was like, what's the bottom line? What's this going to cost me?
What's the ask here? It's like,
what's the ask? Ooh, real.
I think that like this movie like really nails like the different perspectives, you know, because you have like Jennifer Lawrence, who's like, I understand the science of this. I understand what's going to happen, and I know how severe this is, and I'm not willing to like downplay it or try to like, you know, soften it to like sell it to people. Like I'm like, this is fucked, and we need to do something right now.
That's you all day.
That's me all day. Yeah. And then you have DiCaprio, who's like, I know we're fucked, but I'm gonna try to like spoon feed this, like get this like digestible to the masses so they can get on board.
And that's Sarah.
And then we have Meryl Streep.
Hi.
That's you.
Yeah.
No, you're Jonah Hill.
Yeah.
You're Jonah
40 trillion.
You're Jonah Hill. But no, then there's the people who are like, okay, whatever. Like, yeah, it is the Jonah Hill who's like dismissive of it and assumes that like he just has that like inherent privilege of like nothing is going to go wrong. It's all going to be fine. Like I'm rich. Like nothing bad is going to happen to me.
And that's the annoying part throughout the whole movie is that no one's taking it serious because no one everyone assumes that everything is so fictitious that it's actually okay. Yeah, because that's how it's always been.
And when they go on the Daily Rip the first time, when Jennifer Lawrence freaks out,
we like to keep it light here.
Yeah, and then they go back to the Washington Herald.
She needs media training over and over.
Yeah.
Everyone needs media training.
Well, but they go back to the Herald and they just look at the numbers and they're like, look, this didn't engage, so I guess we're done with the story. And it's like, no, the point is like it's not like Woodward and Bernstein came out and said that like the president broke into the, you know, Democratic National Committee office and like committed this crime. And if it didn't get the views that it needed, then oh well. It's like, no, we're telling you something important here. And this is like...
But he's like, we're 100%. And there's like, but it's not 100. And they're like, well, scientists are never 100%. They're like, well, there you go. So it's 70%. They're lying to him.
It's 98.6. We'll call it 70. Like,
but
no.
I understand that because that's what I have to do to Zach because he can't handle it. So I lie kind of backwards. I'm like, when I know I'm 70% going to come on and help him like on the show, I'm like, no, I'm 100% on board. And really, I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm
not doing this.
Just lying.
Wow.
I get it. Some people need the numbers.
I knew it.
You need the numbers and the Chris.
Well, one of those things.
I'm the numbers. I'm Mr. Asteroid Man or whatever it was earlier.
I forget.
That's right. He's Jonah Hill.
I will say I was really proud of how Jennifer Lawrence handled everything. Like she had a lot of stuff going on there.
Yeah.
And was still trucking along. Maybe she was a little blah working at the grocery store or whatever. But
I appreciate that she gave the fuck up at not the very end, but at the grocery store, I'm like, no, good. That's what I would do too. If I attempted multiple times and kept getting shot down, I'd be like, fine, fuck it. I'm going to go work at this liquor store.
Yeah.
I thought a lot about what I would actually do if I were like in her position and they weren't listening, and I would probably like rack up a bunch of debt that wouldn't matter and go travel on someone else's money.
Zach already did that.
Yeah. So much debt.
Without the Armageddon.
Yet.
No, just travel. Like,
you know what? First off, you are a liar, Sarah. You would make signs. I know you would make signs and sing songs. Like
you're so crafty.
You skipped the first 3 months of what you would be doing a lot and pretty often and loud. And then you would go into debt.
I'm waiting for those credit cards limits to go up. Like buy my time and then I will go travel.
Yeah.
I think you're right. And probably not even try to think about it. Just like, hey, wave to people in different countries. They didn't believe me. That person didn't believe me either. That person probably didn't hear me. Like, crazy.
You know, at the end, when the asteroid hit, I realized we've never seen a movie where the whole point is to put rockets on one side of the Earth and just move the Earth, like in that Futurama episode.
Yeah.
With the global warming.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, that barely hit Earth. Like, how come no one was out there doing the rocket treatment? Or we blow the Earth slightly off course.
It hit, like, hard. Like, it was...
but not dead center.
Dead center.
Well, I guess from that perspective, it wasn't
exactly.
Dead center. That's how orbs get you. And that's how they get you every time.
Oh, that's how they get you.
You don't. It's all about perception. That's what I love about them. Round. Oh, and I guess that's it. But they're round. And sometimes it's center. Sometimes it's left. You don't
Sometimes
know.
It's also center.
You don't know.
This has been Globe Corner. Now,
there's no corner of a globe, you fucking fool.
Exactly.
Got it.
This is why the media is not real.
What would we do?
No, I got questions. What about which part?
Deny. I would deny.
I would
if
deny
you've gone on the show already and the internet and the whole world basically put you in Jennifer Lawrence's space where she was told she was crazy for telling the truth and for trying to save people.
Yeah.
And then, arrested and all that stuff. Like, what would you
Black
do?
bag on my head.
Get a wig.
Well, number one.
Fix that fucking hair.
Step
or
one.
maybe like a fedora. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or
I wouldn't bang a skeezy stoner. I know that. Like
it's Timothy Chalamet.
What is that?
Look.
Is that a guy?
What's a Chalamet?
Is he a singer or a skateboarder? What does he do?
He's an actor.
Ew.
Actor.
They're all fake. They're all fakers.
Yes, you are.
They're just out there faking professionally.
Look, you're an actor. You act.
I'm a recovered actor.
I'm a recovering actor. I like that.
What? Okay. Well, what would I do? I don't know. I don't know. I think I already said it. I would also go work at that convenience store and bang that actor.
I think
I could do.
I think it goes like there are two ways for me that it could go where like I just completely lose hope and despair and just like give up and just like lay on the floor for 6 months until a comet hits. Or I do what you talked about. I go see things. I go do things that I never would have done before. Like I don't know how that would go.
I'd murder. I realize that fuck it. I'm gonna do it, and the first thing I'd probably do is kill people.
Yeah. I feel like there would be a population that would do that. That's like, so what? I go to jail for 6 months. What's that? Like jail? There's not. Guards aren't going to be coming to jail to work. I mean, it's like... Or
I avoid capture for 6 months and keep killing more people.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to be looking for me because they're running down this comet too.
So we don't... Yeah. The only reason we have society is because there's rules. And the worst thing you can... that you're going to get punished for, the thing I'm most afraid of is going to jail. And that's because of murder. And I got to do it then. Because if that is lifted, I'm killing. Right away.
So you're the argument against...
I don't commit crimes because I'm afraid of prison. Yes, absolutely. I believe that it's doing great for us as a whole. Like, if you are scared of going to prison...
for you.
Yeah, I would kill all the time.
I do find it interesting that, Chris, you are the one that's like, yes, it would be anarchy because you see yourself in that.
That's
you're
true.
like, this is how I would react.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, I would do this.
We need the rules. Don't tell me that there's an apocalypse I will kill.
Right.
So, I mean, I guess I'm a realist, I don't believe in globes. I think there's corners.
Corners everywhere. There's a corner right behind me in the room.
There's cornerstones, which is don't murder.
Wow. It's deep. Impact.
So the consequences.
Hi, I'm Deep Impact Man. That's what it was. Deep Impact Man.
That's you.
That's right.
People.
I don't know. Would you guys not kill? Seriously?
I mean,
you wouldn't kill?
If I was put in the position where I had to, sure.
It's me. Could I come over? I'd be like, I'm going to kill you now. And you'd be like, oh, no. Like, I need to kill him.
Number one, I would set your dick on fire. Because that would stop you from trying to kill me.
By, passion? Like, what do you mean? You're like, fine, I'll have sex with you.
No. Set it on fire with passion. What's wrong with you?
That's my fault. That's my fault. I'll take that one.
I feel like because I'm someone that doesn't kill people in video games unless they try to kill me first.
Yeah.
You have got to try it.
It probably would not be my reaction, but I'm also a defensive person and
Yeah.
a loyal person. So who knows what it would come down to, you know?
I don't think a lot of people would try to kill me because I'd be walking around with Excalibur, you know?
Oh, yeah.
They would be looking for leadership from their king.
Yeah, that's right. I'd just hold it up in front of me and walk and proclaim things.
I do got a couple.
That on fire.
Now that we're on this topic, I got a couple questions for you
What
guys.
am I, Beric Dondarrion?
All names
No
are
one?
made up. Don't look at me.
No one?
Okay, first one. Last meal. And yeah, this is gun to your head kind of thing, but it's like a comet to your head, asteroid to your head.
Comet to your planet.
You got to pick one. Last meal.
Ooh. I love food like way too much.
I know.
Yeah.
It's so good.
My driving force. My I don't know. I think about like my brother when he would come back to the country and like he'd ask my mom to cook just chicken and dumplings, which is like
Okay, comfort.
like really comfort food, but it's not expensive. It's flour and meat.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay, hang on. You can spend money on this. You don't have to.
I know,
be
but it's like
poor.
that's what he asks for.
You're
that
out,
he could-
you're out of your bookcase house. You got like, some cash in your pocket. You can get something that's not just flour.
You're no longer in your light chamber.
Yeah, I don't know. I like to try new things, so that would probably be a big thing on my list.
Oh,
Of just
trying
like,
something you'd never had before.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
yeah, like that would be part of the travel is
Human.
trying foods. So, but I don't know if I would like, I couldn't pick one thing. I'd be like, I want all of it right now. And then I'd like waddle away, like just roll.
So
Down
when the
a hill.
comet hits you, it just bounces off.
It sends me into the stratosphere.
What are you doing? Are you doing pizza?
Human. I would eat a human.
Human.
A whole human.
So I'd have to kill it for you.
No, it'd be you.
Clearly.
I'm gonna
Oh,
eat
it's
you.
me. You're doing
Except
a
for that
full.
burned penis.
You're doing a full-on Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat you.
No. Am I
That's the
even seasoned or anything? Just dead me? Am
No,
I
you're
cooked?
seasoned. Of course you're seasoned.
With what? How would you prep me?
I've got some good Cajun seasoning. I'd
Oh,
try
okay,
that.
that'd be good.
I'd like
Because I'm
throw
a
your
jerk.
leg on the grill.
Because I'm a jerk, it'd be Cajun jerky.
Yeah.
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 I love
Throw
it.
your leg on the grill. Maybe fry
Oh,
up
How
your
are you
arm.
going to
I
get the
don't know.
leg off the rest of my body?
I mean, I've got a sawzall.
Oh,
Like,
you're
come
going to do
on.
it yourself?
Yes,
No,
I'll
you
butcher
wouldn't.
you.
You
It'll
wouldn't
be
kill
fine.
me, but you would cut
No,
up
I'm gonna
my body.
kill you to eat.
Wow.
Oh, because I'm a murderer.
Yeah.
So it's,
As your punishment, you get eaten by your
Okay.
friend.
Well, before I get eaten,
Killer be killed.
I'm going.
You have to eat something good because I'm eating you.
Oh,
Sarah.
yeah.
I
You
eat
eat
her.
me.
It's a turducken. We keep coming back to the turducken. I eat Sarah, then you eat me
Wow.
with Sarah in my belly.
Yeah, there you
No.
go.
Wow.
I'm going-
I better get on my diet.
I'm going burger and fries. I'm going my
Classic.
comfort food. Yeah, the thing I eat every day anyway. I'm not changing because of that
Yeah.
fucking asteroid.
Yeah.
I'm still that's what I want. And that's what daddy gets. I'm daddy.
Ooh, daddy.
I'm daddy.
So, Daddy, what are your thoughts on
Preparing my own body for my best friend to eat.
for your best friend to eat?
Cajun.
Okay, here's the thing.
Cajun and Creole.
So, if we're gonna have like the three of us are having our last meal together, I'll cut one of your legs
I'm
off.
gone. No, that's horrible
I'll cut
for
one of your
me.
legs off.
I'm not gonna be able to enjoy my burger.
It'll be fine. Don't be a baby about it. Ooh, I'll cut your other leg off and we'll make a burger out of it. We'll grind it up, and make a burger for you out of it. You can eat your own self.
Okay. That's a hypothetical.
Wow.
Okay.
What's
Is
that?
your leg
the-
too lean?
Itself, the Ouroboros or whatever.
Yes, that's exactly right.
So your leg's amputated, the asteroid's about to hit, and then a deity intervenes and goes, I'm going to stop the asteroid, but I'm going to make a burger out of your own leg. Do you eat it or do you perish?
Of course you eat it.
Oh,
it's
I didn't know it
something
was such
you
an
check off
of course. I don't.
know.
I think I'd die.
I want to continue
I let the
existing.
asteroid come on, just kill everybody. I don't want to remember that I ate my own leg.
Let
Yeah.
it be known that for me, existing is my favorite
You know,
thing.
did the sword go to your head? You saying like "Let it be known," like some
Hear ye?
pandering
Hear
bullshit.
ye?
I shall bequeath you knowledge on this fourth day.
All within the realm of my voice. Let it be known.
Listen, that was the first fucking question. And it took
Oh,
a
you got
long
more?
time. Yeah,
Keep
I'm gonna
going.
do 3.
Keep going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we're all old enough. One CD. You save one CD.
One CD.
It's got the 12 songs on it. You save one CD.
Oh, like a mix or like an album?
No. I mean, I'd like to say album. I don't want to mix.
Okay, the mix is too complicated.
Unless the mix is me that I made for you, where I'm singing all the songs.
No, I don't want that. That sounds like torture.
Shit. Then you get
I'm already
Chumbawamba.
No. Tub thumping?
You get
No.
Tub Thumping.
Wow.
I might go follow the leader by Korn.
Oh, you suck.
and then I would find you and hang out with you with it.
That is the worst.
Nah, it's great. I can't think of another album. Every time I think of CDs, I go Korn. I can't think of one. What's another album?
So many.
Wow.
No, I mean on CD.
So many.
They only
I have
made the one Korn CD
in the closet behind us.
Oh.
Wow.
I would go with.
I'm gonna go Adora.
No, that's not even my favorite Smashing Pumpkins album.
Well, it was in the ballpark.
No, I would go.
Want to go Life is Peachy?
No.
Then we can have. Oh, Sarah, you pick another one. Then we can just all have Korn CDs.
Sarah, pick Iowa by Slipknot.
No, we're not sharing CDs. That's the end of it. I'm really thinking about this though,
This
because
is
you
tough.
don't want it all.
I'm changing mine.
Yeah.
I'm changing mine. I want Rob Zombie.
Oh my gosh.
The one
So
with
you're digging
Dracula.
That's not even him. That's White Zombie.
No, I think I'm right. Well, either whatever has Dracula on it. Just just that single. Just the single Dracula.
What's that Static X single?
No.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Rob Zombie's brother.
Stop. I don't need to know that information.
Is that true?
I think so.
Wow.
I don't
know
remember.
that.
Let's get our producer on this.
You guys can't answer. I've come
I'm
up with
thinking.
3.
No, you
Okay.
know.
No, I really was thinking, and it has to be something like versatile, but not too. I listen to sad music, and if I only had one music and it was like sad, I couldn't do that.
She's gonna
Yeah.
say Third Eye Blind.
So, no, I don't know. I was gonna say like the band Cahoots or something, but it's like I don't know. Maybe something that doesn't all sound the same.
Jock
Yeah.
Jams.
Maybe like
That has like Jock Jams Volume 1.
maybe like cursive art is hard. There's a lot of different stuff on that. I don't know.
Yeah. The Ugly Organ.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
Zach,
I
are you
have
gonna
to-
say Jock Jams?
No, I'm gonna say the Royal Tenenbaums soundtrack.
Okay, that's
That's
okay.
what I
That's
Okay,
a
that's
good one.
That's a good one.
I
There's
like
a lot
it.
of good stuff
I
on
just
it.
listened to that the other day.
It's good.
Wunderbar. When I was
The
painting.
soundtrack might be the way to go.
Yeah.
Because you have like just a radio loop.
Well, you get
I mean,
Elliott Smith.
or
You
just
get me and Julio down by the schoolyard. You get,
all
Ramones.
the-
Like
angst
Yeah.
of young Jonathan Davis. You know, I don't know. We don't know who the real winner's going to be yet.
I think it
Yeah,
depends.
he's scatting all over. Like
I think it depends on if you're feeling like a freak on a leash or not.
you always are. Come on.
Usually.
Never been able to express myself.
All right, that's a
without
good
that
question.
leash.
That's a good question.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the last
It's
one.
hard.
The last one is odd. It's
okay.
What's well, we made the other ones odd. This is not a question.
Human.
What species of animals do you want to survive after this? You pick one species that survives.
Cuttlefish.
You would.
That's what I
you
pick.
really would.
Pick cuttlefish.
They're indifferent about you.
They're fascinating.
You know-
I would probably say chickens because of eggs.
Yeah,
And-
that'd be pretty good.
No. You're dead.
And then,
You're dead.
huh? I'm dead? Oh, sea otters. Definitely.
Sea
They
otters.
deserve everything good.
They deserve it.
Oh,
Good.
then I'm gonna change my answer to penguins. You're right. I think no
Yeah.
ducks. Ooh, ducks.
Ducks.
Yeah, a
Okay,
whole
ducks
world of
is
ducks.
different.
I like
Like,
that.
I don't know about that. Huh?
I was gonna say dogs because they seem like they'd be so excited, but then they'd be sad when no one shows up.
No one pets them.
Yeah, that'd be a bummer. So ducks.
Yeah.
We've ruined dogs for a situation like that because they're all domesticated now.
Yeah.
So I don't think if they survived it, they would.
So not
Yes, they
only did we
Yeah.
destroy the world by
They love
bringing
us
that
too
comet
much.
here, doing our dances, but
Yep.
dogs
Our
are fucked
dances.
too. Got it.
You know, I heard that the comet came because we were twerking too much. Think that's true?
Wow.
Yeah, we've been on our twerkulators.
Yes, those.
They don't just go up and down. They corkscrew like the duck's penis.
Oh.
It always
yeah.
comes back to it.
Like a little pigtail.
Just keeps coming back
The
to it.
cork in there. Okay. I know what you want to stay away from. Percolator. I'm going to write it down.
So what do you think is more important in this movie as far as like the negative impact it has? Do you think it's media or the ultra rich like
it's one of the same
guy who thinks he's a tech savior, you know?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. The media is disgusting and we all deserve to die, but the tech billionaire actually kills us by calling off the attempt.
Yeah.
So he's the true villain.
God complex. Yeah.
What's his what's the donor level that he's a part of? Platinum Eagle? Is that it?
Yeah, something dumb.
Ugh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrible.
It's a little too close. That one, I feel like as soon as you saw him, you're like, yeah, this is a confirmation. Everyone we dislike.
It's kind of like it's like a daycare with no supervisor. It's like it's not the kids' fault that they're losing their fucking minds, going crazy.
Yeah.
Like no one's teaching them to act otherwise. So us in social media, like we're all a bunch of fucking children because we're allowed to act that way.
Yeah. I think what's really cool about this movie is kind of like the good thing about Idiocracy, which is that like,
well, that documentary.
Shut up. It's this like dystopian future or this dystopian society idea, but it's not so grim. Like it is dark and it is awful, like what happens in it, but it's like the humor of it, like it makes fun of it, and I think that's what like makes it such an interesting story. What are you drawing? What the fuck are you doing? He's doing something. Anywho,
it would be hard to
Check
stay
it out.
humorous.
Check it out.
Like that.
I'm Jennifer
check it out.
Lawrence.
Oh my gosh, he's drawing baby bangs and just like a 7-head.
all right.
I didn't mind her hair that much. Maybe it's because I've had red baby bangs before.
I'm not a fan of the baby bangs in general, but I think Jennifer Lawrence is an attractive woman, and I think she pulls it off better than most.
Agreed.
She is attractive.
It looked like though, like her look did not change, which I found curious because it was kind of a look that needs a lot of maintenance that you wouldn't think so, but it's like dyeing your hair all the time, shaving it to where it's like all the same length, and then the makeup every day. So she was still getting up and taking care of herself, even though she was working at that grocery store.
I mean, they have makeup artists on set.
I know, but
I don't think she was doing it herself.
All right, we're going to have to explain to him how movies work.
This is how I'm in recovery. I'm accepting, but slowly.
I don't know.
I went through all my notes. I have a couple more like bogus stuff, but I don't think it needs to be touched on. Like the stupid launch challenge that made me mad. Like, that would happen for sure. Where they're shooting rockets in their own face.
Yeah.
Oh, God, the fact that they came back because someone had another idea, it's really like negative 3 seconds. Like it had already happened. Like, of course that would happen. If someone saw it as an opportunity to make money and, let's even it out.
Yeah. Which I think that's the biggest parallel, but like to the global warming of it, because it's like, oh, we're doing all these things because it makes people money. All these detrimental things to the environment because it makes people money. So like we're killing the planet to make money.
Well, and that's the thing is at the end you realize that it's not just sheer arrogance. He has a backup plan. He has a backup plan, so it does not fucking matter.
He's going to work out. It's going to work out for him no matter what because of his teeth.
So then all of a sudden it's transparent. Like, that's really how it's treated, because obviously that's just it. It's more of a joke that he's going to go find another planet. I mean, kind of a joke, but really, they'd have an internal ecosystem in the ground. Like clearly they would have some kind of getaway hatch where you're like, they're fine, so they don't give a shit. They're just gambling with their lives.
Yeah, and it's not even about like we're gonna preserve humanity. It's about like I'm gonna survive.
Yeah.
We'll bring people, but I'm gonna survive.
I'm gonna bring the people that listen to me, so I can still have my little hierarchy with my sword. Zach.
Hey,
but those things are happening though. Like that is why I think that people are making their own funded spaceships, and because they know that this world is not long for the world.
Sarah, that's so far-fetched. You're just looking up, okay?
Don't look up, Sarah.
Don't look up.
Why would you do that? Wow.
It's where they want you.
Oh. Looking anywhere else. distraction.
I did like the fat guy. The fat guy that clearly the dumb redneck Republican is like, hey, there it is. They lied to us. Like, that was
right
such a
there.
good moment. They lied to
First
us.
guy,
Yeah.
literally, all he had to do was look up.
And then I love Jonah Hill's response. He's up on stage and he goes, I just got a text from my mom. She says, don't trip. It's like, oh, this is so stupid.
Don't trip. And then he called them hillbillies. You stupid hillbillies. And then Meryl Streep left him. It's just like, didn't even
She's
think
stupid
about it.
too.
Yeah. You're that concerned with yourself that you didn't even realize that he wasn't with you because you don't care.
I remember, like, starting this movie, it said nudity, and I was watching it with my son, so I kept being aware, like, oh, if there's any nudity, I turned off, and I was like, man, they really put that nudity thing in, like, for no reason. I said, if it's that one boob shot, and then at the end when they're all naked, I'm like, oh, there it is. There's all of the
They're
fucking
all
nudity.
naked.
There's the whole R rating.
Meryl Streep's fake butt with her
With the tramp
the tramp stamp.
Yeah. That was good. A person like her would not remove it
Yeah.
to get in office.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a badge of honor.
She's classy.
Oh, tramp stamps are badges of honor.
Look, that's something that I think we haven't talked enough about is like how great Meryl Streep is in this movie. Because you don't see her in a lot of like comedic roles, and she is top notch. So funny
she
in this.
nails it. I
So good.
do enjoy, and I'm like, what an interesting take, doing the first female president. And I'm like, you would have to, because this movie would hit on a different level if it was a guy acting that way. You'd be much more angry, where it's a little more lighthearted with her playing the president, acting like a chauvinistic fuck.
Well, and I do like that they swapped the role of like Trump talking about like if Ivanka wasn't his daughter, he might be dating her. When Jonah Hill keeps calling his mom a smoke show, and you're like, ugh, God,
yeah,
what a scummy piece of shit. He said she's the only president I'd want to see Playboy. Ugh,
Yeah,
come on.
Ugh. Yeah, it's just reversed just a little bit.
Yeah,
and the fact that it's like sleeping with a Supreme Court nominee.
Yeah,
and they got found out because of a picture that was like text to someone.
God, so stupid.
Couldn't even figure out what it was. I mean, that would happen. That has happened. It's just
we live in
crazy.
a great society that I love and wouldn't change for anything.
and that's what you take from this.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change anything.
no, why would you?
It'd mess up the ecosystem.
That's right.
Well, I hated it.
Yeah. This was a movie that I watched after I came home from the hospital with my baby, and I was like staying up with her, sleeping on me. And I watched it, and I was like, "Oh, this is way too much Armageddon, Deep Impact. Like, we have to talk about this."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly like. Oh my goodness.
I liked it though.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good movie. I don't know that I want to watch it again anytime soon, because I did watch it a second time to like take notes, but like, yeah.
I find that Netflix movies are like that to me, or for me, is that I can't think of one that came out that was Netflix produced that I'm like, I'd watch that routinely.
I don't know that this falls under that same umbrella, because it was like they were going to make it for Paramount, and then Netflix made them an offer on it.
Got you.
So it's just like Adam McKay, I think in his movies, I would rather watch The Big Short again. I would rather watch Vice again before this.
Love Vice.
Vice is so good.
So good.
But that being said, I think this had a great message, and I think it's interesting that, of course, Leonardo DiCaprio is a producer on this movie. Of course, he's in the movie because he's so like outspoken about global warming and has been for years.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was another like little thing to tie it.
Tie it up. Yeah.
Up is the word I was looking
Tie
for.
it up and tie it off.
Up. That's the one.
Anyone got any final thoughts they want to give before we wrap this bad boy up?
Yeah, just go watch it, or don't do whatever.
Which did you guys think was
We're all
easy
gonna
to
die.
watch?
Pardon?
Which do you think was the easiest to watch out of all three? Because they had
Armageddon.
Armageddon. Even though it's like 14 hours long.
Armageddon is the most, I think, popcorn, entertaining, fun movie.
You don't gotta think or worry. You're just like we're good. That's why I said there's. That's why I said there's
movie,
actually
we win.
there's the Armageddon plan where you're like, don't worry, we're fine.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like, don't tell me about any real problems. Just take care of it, and we're good.
Yeah, like Deep Impact is like a good film. I like it a lot, but it's not like, sit on the couch and just watch this goofy, fun movie. And neither is Don't Look Up. Don't Look Up is so like drenched in, satire and like messaging. And what's interesting is like when I was looking on IMDb, like reading some trivia, I read some reviews because I had heard that there were like a lot of like negative reviews about, just this movie, and like all the positive ones were like great political satire, blah blah blah, and all of the like 1-star or like lower rated reviews were like keep politics out of movies, and it was like you just don't get it, like you're stupid, like. But that was all of them. None of them were like, this is a bad movie. They were like, I don't want to hear about politics in my movie. It's like, okay, whatever, man.
Watch it. There's so many movies. Yeah, don't watch this one.
Yeah, you don't have to watch it. You did. You had to watch it, though. Yeah. All right, well, we did it.
We did it.
What are we watching next week? What are we doing next week?
Swordfish.
It's Swordfish. We're going to watch Swordfish.
Do I get to talk about it yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just in a cage over here with Swordfish information, just ready to burst out. So
I haven't seen Swordfish in so many years.
Just unlock the cage when you want it.
It'll be next week.
Okay.
It'll be on Wednesday.
It's a Shark Tank because it's Swordfish.
Whoa, yeah, I'd put a swordfish in a Shark Tank. Yeah, of course.
I mean, the nose would like get you through the tank. That's kind of a dumb analogy, actually.
Is it a nose, or is it like a sword that it ate?
It's a fish nose.
I thought those were fish that ate swords. I don't know.
We're going to find out, though, next week.
I'm not a fish doctor.
Yet.
I'm just the king of England. So, yeah, we're watching Swordfish next week. Sarah, thank you so much for coming on and talking about this movie with us. We love you.
Of course. I love you guys. Anytime.
You looked away when you said it, though.
Because she's embarrassed.
She knew we were hot on the topic of sword noses. She's worried we're getting too close.
Also too close, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming. We always appreciate you.
Yeah, do you want people to go listen to your music or something?
Plug it.
Nah, don't do it.
Next time, I'll just bring my sword.
There you go. That's what we need.
It'll be good. Yeah, it's my home security system, so watch out.
Same. All right. Well, I guess that does it for us this week. Thanks for listening, everybody. And tell your friends about us. Be sure to rate and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. If you like what we do, you can rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. You can find us online at KeystoneCopycats.com. We're at Keystone Copycats on Instagram and Facebook, and at Keystone Copycat on Twitter. If you got something to say, you can email us at KeystoneCopycats@gmail.com or leave us a voicemail at 513-239-7682. Don't forget to check out Sinclarity, A Dinosaur's Tale every Friday. And until next time, I'm going to be Zach, and he will remain
Cleese.
That's right, Tim.
Bye.